So today we're doing the Milwaukee Brewers, a team that won the poll in the last video, the Cubs rebuild. So obviously we're staying within the division today, and I think this team it's a weird thing. I feel like the NL Central got a lot worse this offseason. Really the only team that got better were the Reds, but we'll have to see what we can do with this Brewers team. So if you guys want to vote for the next team in tomorrow's video, remember 1,000 likes on this video and we'll continue this train of trying to knock out all the rest of the teams that we haven't done a rebuild on. So 1,000 likes on today's video would be amazing. And if you want to get involved and pick who we should do in the next one, there's going to be a link up here, the little poll, little eye icon right up here. Yeah. Go vote. So like I said, 1,000 likes on today's video, that would be appreciated. Hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, you like MLB stuff, there's a little red button down there for you to click. It's called subscribe. Go and give it a click. And also in the comment section today, I want you to tell me what has been your favorite rebuild that we've done so far. I want to know in the comment section down below. If you haven't followed any of my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, they're all down there below. Go and give them a follow. Also my Twitch, we've been streaming almost every single night. Come hang out. We're doing some franchise. We're doing some Diamond Dynasty. It's just a good place to come hang out, talk about baseball, talk about, you know, your favorite Diamond Dynasty player, whatever it is. Come hang out. Come join the Twitch. If you missed yesterday's video, we did do a Cubs rebuild. So if you're looking to see what we could do with the Cubs, maybe win a World Series, do a couple different trades, up here, top corner, go and give it a watch. And that's about it, guys. Let's hop into this Milwaukee Brewers rebuild, see if we can get Christian Yelich World Series. So you guys know the rules. Ignore budgets is off. Forced trades is off as well. Oh no, ignore budgets is off. Yeah, because I want to worry about the budgets. We don't have forced trades on. You guys know that stuff by now. But basically, I have an idea what I want to do with this team. Like, for once, I actually have an idea. And with the Brewers, it's let's strengthen the bullpen. That's number one. And two, I want to add a little bit more pop to this lineup. I'm looking at this team. I know Brandon Woodruff. Okay, that's decent. Freddie Peralta is probably going to sit more in the 3, 4, 5 spot in the rotation. Adrian Hauser, I've seen him do good. I've seen him do bad. So we'll have to wait and see how he does. We might keep him around. Brett Anderson, probably going to be like a one and done type player. Dylan File obviously always progresses into a really good pitcher. So if not season 1, season 2, 3, and 4, he's definitely hopping in that rotation. And then Eric Lauer, who knows? We'll have to wait and see how it goes. But we have a couple other guys, you know, I don't really know if they'll ever feature, but at least we have some options to look forward to. Relief pitching, definitely the area I said I wanted to work on the most. The bullpen is just really weak, and I feel like that's been an issue for the Brewers for quite some time. Injuries to the bullpen, injuries to the pitching staff, and not really getting the top quality pitchers. I feel like that's really holding them back. Catchers, Manny Pena, Omar Narvaez. I'm really going to let Omar Narvaez start. He's just a better hitter. Justin Smoke at first is okay, but I definitely think we need to upgrade there. Second base, Keston. Day 1 starter, no doubt about it. Third base, an area I'm looking to improve. Probably my number 2 area that I want to improve the most. And then shortstop, we have Arcia as well as Luis Urias. So potentially one of those two guys could maybe get the start. You know, left field, Avisel Garcia, I thought was a great pickup this offseason. Lorenzo Cain in center, kind of a big contract, so we'll have to wait and see how he does. If he doesn't do well, we'll probably try to get rid of that contract and try to get a new center fielder. And then obviously Yelich and right, we don't have to worry about that. So another thing that's hurting the Brewers is their farm system just isn't that great. You know, you have like Bryce Terang and Dylan File, maybe a couple other guys sprinkled in there, but like it's kind of in the bottom half of MLB teams for farm system. So we don't really have much to work with in terms of trade pieces or players to look forward to in the future. So we really just got to work with what we have in the MLB level and see if we can kind of build on that. When we look at budget wise, there's a lot of like 4 million, 5 million contracts that expire at the end of this year, which is good. And then Ryan Braun leaves at the end of this year, which is a good thing. So we should have a lot of money to work with after this season. But like I said, I want to attack bullpen and third base. So let's go do that. So it's just kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Bryce Terang, I know one of the highly touted prospects, but we have Luis Urias, Orlando Arcia. It's one of those things where it's like, it's kind of a cluster there at shortstop. Let's kind of ease that. Ryan Healy and Ronnie Rodriguez, I know those two guys are new to the team, but we're going to get Miguel Andujar to take over at third and Chad Green to help out with the bullpen. I thought this was too good to pass up. All right, season 1, again, kind of like my feel out season. See who does well, see who does bad, and kind of build from there. I know I had Corbin Burns in the MLB squad. I'm going to send him down to AAA just for the season, see how he does, see how he progresses, and then we might bring him up next year. Jake Faria is going to get the call instead. He's going to be a long reliever, and this is our bullpen. Chad Green's going to set up in that setup role. I know, crazy. And then you guys can see the rest of the rotation, the bullpen. Nothing changed with the rotation. I want to see if some of these guys actually do well. Maybe they're a little kind of those sneaky players to pick up. Lineup wise, really the only change was Miguel Andujar, and then Narvaez is everyday catcher. Outside of that, this is the team. It looks pretty similar to what we kind of started with, and I'm excited to see what we could do. I might move Keston down a little bit, just a little bit. Maybe put Avisail Garcia in that 2 spot and kind of build off that. So there we go. That's the team. I like it. It looks pretty solid. Is it a playoff team season 1? Might be pushing for a wild card team, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll see you guys at draft day. So draft is over. Let's take a look and see how we did. I feel like we got a couple decent ones. This is our first pick. He was a blue chip prospect, Rafael Moya. I'm hoping he's going to be good enough by the time, you know, season 4 comes around. Maybe we get him involved there. Fielding looks okay. Good speed. Pretty good hitting stats. A potential with 91, like a 91 potential, 66 overall. We got Dan Hernandez, 70 overall, which is good. You know, the hits per 9 are high. Some of those per 9s are at a good level. 85 potential. Rick Morales was a little bit of a long shot, but overall doesn't look too bad. Might be a backup shortstop for us. We got Marshall Dwyer, 83 potential with 61 overall. Carlos Gonzalez has got some really good potential. Only 60 overall there. The hits per 9 are a little low, so I don't know if he'd really ever make it on the squad, but we'll see. And then Houston Ellis is 66 over or 66 potential, so meh. And then the final one, Edmund Mazeroski, 70 potential, so meh. The top picks though, pretty solid. September's come and we're actually in the playoff mix 100%. We're at 83 wins. If we can finish, you know, 92, 93, definitely at least the wild card you would expect, right? You know, you definitely think you'd make it somehow, some way. But we're kind of losing quite a few games here in September. And we actually won the division with 91 wins. Okay. Taking on the Nationals in the division series. Really? But like, that was a rough month to end the season. But let's take a look. Let's see. All right, so we won by 2.5 games, and we'll take a look around the league. And okay, it looks like pretty competitive all the way around. You know, there were a couple 100-win teams here and there, but okay. We have a league leader as well, Miguel Andujar. Talk about a good pickup offensively, and then Christian Yelich with a really solid OPS. I think it was 1072 or something like that. So Andujar's up there for batting average. Yelich is up there as well as Lorenzo Cain, so that's good to see. Hits wise, you got Cain, Andujar, Yelich. It looks like those are going to be the league leader or kind of the carriers of the offense for now. And we'll take a look and see if we have anything else to look forward to. Andujar with 6 triples. Oh, okay. 49 home runs for Yelich. Avisail Garcia had 33. So even though he had like doubles and triples, he didn't really have home runs. You got Yelich up there. Andujar's up there with 99. Okay. I like to see that. Hauser, 16 wins. Lauer, 14. Like to see that. Woodruff with 5 losses. Hauser with 7 losses. Okay. Saves. All right. Not a bad year. I like to see that. Looking at awards now. Let's see what we got. Hank Aaron for Yelich. That's it. Just a Hank Aaron award. JD Martinez and Acuna were MVPs. Cy Young were Scherzer and Cole. Okay. Reliever, Colome. Ooh. That was an insane season. And then Kenley Jansen. And then the normal rookie of the years. It makes sense, right? They're always going to be the rookie of the year. Jake Faria. Okay. Probably need to figure that out. Alex Claudio, very solid for us, especially since we're going to need an extra lefty in the bullpen. Brent Suter was really good. One of those kind of like glitchy options I've heard. A lot of people say Brent Suter is really good in the bullpen. I guess that kind of holds up with that. The whip is a little high, but we can work with that. ERA is good for Corey Knebel. We got David Phelps, who got absolutely rocked, so definitely not bringing him back. Chad Green, we looked for him to be a setup guy. We were looking to bolster that bullpen. He was exactly that. We definitely need to bring him back. And then Josh Hader with a 2.10 ERA, 1.26 whip, and 42 saves. That's exactly what we needed from him. Very consistent. Gotta love it. Brandon Woodruff. The ERA is a little high, but the whip's okay. We can work with that. Freddie Peralta, the whip's kind of high. And that's kind of the thing I noticed with Freddie Peralta is his whip is so high just because his walks are kind of low. Home runs per 9, or not home runs, hits and walks per 9 aren't the highest. So usually has a pretty high whip. Adrian Hauser had a great year. I mean, he was in the mix for some of the most wins in the season. So clearly he had a good year. Eric Lauer, not so much. Brett Anderson, not so much. So looks like starting rotation in an area we really need to kind of bolster, kind of pick it up a little bit, help out, take the load off of Woodruff and Hauser. So here we go. Sogard, really good year off the bench, especially since he played like 100 games. Manny Pena, not so much. Jed Jerko was okay. I mean, it was okay. It was okay. So let's look at Lorenzo Cain. Had 300 average, almost a 370 on base percentage. Had a really good year. Really, really good year. Love to see it. Avisel Garcia, fantastic season. Almost a 300 average, almost a 900 OPS. Home runs, doubles. Love it. Love to see it. Yelich, almost 50 home runs. Over 120 RBIs, 35 doubles. Woo. Yes. Ryan Braun, minimal games, minimal appearances last year with the Brewers. Not too worried about it. Andujar, almost 30 home runs, almost 100 RBIs, almost 50 doubles. Very good season. Omar Narvaez, good hitting catcher. That's what I'm looking for him to be. Keston had a good year. Love to see it. 27 home runs, 27 doubles. Yes, love it. Arcia. Hopefully he can pick up the bat just a little bit. If he can get closer to the 800 OPS, keep up that home run and double numbers, I'll be very happy. If he can get like 770 for the OPS, I'm talking good numbers. Even Justin Smoke put up a great year. So it looks like offensively, really, really strong. Gotta love it. All right, so playoff time. Here we go against the Nationals. And game 5, and we win. Ooh, okay. Going against the Dodgers now. And swept the Dodgers. Okay. World Series Season 1. What is this team? Okay. I did not expect this at all. I'm not gonna lie. This was not what I anticipated Season 1 with this team. But we're in the mix. We're doing good. Let's keep it going. And how does that happen? Please tell me. Someone explain to me in the comment section how the Brewers are winning a World Series Season 1 with just the addition of Miguel Andujar and Chad Green. Let's go take a look at this team because I am befuddled. Like, holy cow. Let's see what happened. Did everybody just pop off? First off, Adrian Hauser, lights out. We really need to make sure he continues this throughout the rebuild. Peralta was kind of roughed up. Lauer, fantastic. Anderson in his 2 appearances was good. Woodruff, lights out. Faria was lights out. Alex Claudio, unstoppable. Brent Suter, really good. I mean, Corey Knebel and Chad Green were the worst that we had, and that, like, minimal appearances for them. I think it was like around 5-6 innings for both of them. So, like, okay. Let's take a look at the offense. Kane looks like he didn't swing and miss at all. Avisel Garcia kind of cooled off. Yelich was good. Braun, good. Andujar, a little quiet, but he still hit 3 home runs. Gotta love it. Same with Narvaez. You got Keston, who popped off. Arcia hit 300, and then 226 for Smoke. So I'm happy with that. Let's take a look at awards. Kane with the MVP. World Series MVP was Narvaez. So, okay. Realistically, it's only down from here, but let's see if we can build this team, make it a little bit better. So here we go. Off-season time. Exclusive negotiations. We're only going to do 2. Sogard on a 1-year deal and Jed Jerko on a 1-year deal. I'm going to let everybody else walk. Contracts wise, I'm thinking everybody here. Yeah, I feel like everybody should get a contract. And then arbitration wise, there were 2 people I didn't offer it to. Faria, Morin, and actually there's 3. Jace Peterson. Those are the only ones that I didn't offer. I didn't mean to offer Keon Broxton a contract, and I accidentally did. Or arbitration. I accidentally offered him one. Free agency. I don't really know. This is an area I'm kind of confused because we won a World Series and I wasn't expecting that. Right field, Yelich. Center field, we got Kane. Left field, Garcia. Shortstop, we got Arcia. Then third base, we just picked up Andujar. Second base, Keston. First base, ooh, we could use a first baseman. Okay, we could use a first baseman. So is there a third baseman that could potentially make the move over? Not really. Catcher, we're good. And then maybe pick up like an extra bullpen arm just to kind of strengthen it a little bit. Maybe a starter as well. So a starter, bullpen arm, and a first baseman. That's what we need. Season 2, I'm starting it with a trade for a new pitcher, Daniel Mangden. I've looked around a couple different places and I've been trying to find different trades that we could do. Caleb Smith interests me a little bit, and I thought we could potentially get him. So I might change my mind. A lot of you guys have been saying try Patrick Corbin, and I get it. Like, he looks great. He always has good seasons. It's just that huge contract makes it difficult to trade for him. And then I looked at a couple other pitchers, and I just wasn't sure where I wanted to go with this one. I looked at Steven Matz. I looked at Kenta Maeda. I was like, I don't think I've ever had Kenta Maeda before. and he actually had a decent year last year. And I looked at a couple other pitchers, Jake Junis. Who else? I looked at one more pitcher. Ryan Barucki was one. So I looked around and I was like, I don't really know. And I feel like I get manged in a lot, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant to do it. So maybe we try Caleb Smith. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see if we can get this deal to go through. Would Carlos Herrera make the deal? It does make it a little closer. So let's see. Does that make it happen? No. What about this one? Larry Ernesto. I'm going to hold off on that. Let's see. Who else could we throw in here to make this deal work? Anybody at all. Come on. Right there. Trey Supak, Eric Lauer, and Carlos Herrera for Caleb Smith. The next trade I'm going to do is with the Indians for Hunter Wood and Aaron Savale. Freddie Peralta, just really, I don't think is going to pan out. And then Zach Brown is going to be traded as well. We get a new starter and an extra bullpen arm. I think that's a good move. We're going to acquire Matt Strom from the Padres for Corbin Burns, Jed Jerko, and Tristan Lutz. I'm looking at that low hit per 9, the low home run per 9. I just don't know if Corbin Burns is gonna be any good. Do I give him a season? Do I let it try it out, or do we just go to someone that I know is really reliable and just go with it? Let's go with someone I know is reliable. Watch, now Corbin Burns is gonna turn into like an 80 after this year, and we're gonna fall apart, and Matt Strom's gonna suck. But here we go. This is the team for this season. I really wanted to attack the bullpen. I felt like that was an area we really needed to. So we got Wood. We just picked up Strom. We bought back Green. I thought those were good additions to the team. And then Woodruff, Savale, Smith, Hauser, and then Lindblom is coming up from not free agency, from the farm system. They signed him last year in real life, technically, or they signed him this year in real life. And in the rebuild last season, he was in the minors. A lot to handle there, a lot to process. You can figure it out. I have faith in you guys. But here we go. Stats don't look terrible. I'm going to let Dylan File progress in the minors one more season before I call him up. And then he'll be our 5. That's what I was thinking. So here's the team. CPU picked up Cody Hose for us. I'm not too sure why, but that's what they did. And then Orlando Arcia is going to be our shortstop. Narvaez is going to be our everyday catcher. I don't know why the CPU keeps changing the lineups for me, but that's just how it is sometimes. And this is the team. Jose Martinez was brought in. I think that was a 1-year solution. I'm thinking about moving Andujar to first, because then we can use Cody Hose at third, or we can find some other way to mix the team around. I want to somehow just kind of mix it up so we can get some new players involved that we normally don't. And there's been some talks of moving Andujar to first in real life anyways, so that might be a solution that we use. But Jose Martinez is solid. Plus Cody Hose, he ends up being kind of nice with the bat, so we could potentially use him there. So that might be a solution for us. So far, this is the team. I think we actually have an extra player in the majors right now. Nope, we have 26, which is good. But yeah, this is the team. I'm going to move the lineup around a little bit. Not many changes. Eric Thames came back. He's going to be like our DH platoon first baseman, rotating with Jose Martinez. But yeah, team looks good. I feel like we strengthened it for sure. Aaron Savale, I got to figure out what his name is. Caleb Smith. Those are 2 good arms in the starting rotation. Added a couple arms to the bullpen. I feel like we improved. Definitely. The lineup looks like it's going to hit some more home runs with Thames. We added Jose Martinez, who's a good average guy. So like I said, I'm going to move the lineup around a little bit, but that's season 2. See you guys at the end of it. Even better than what we were last year at this point in September, and things are looking good. We're at 90 wins, and I feel like this is another division win. Yeah, 96 and 66. There we go. That's what I like to see. So far, so good throughout this rebuild. Who would have thought? So we're 10th in baseball. We won the division by 13 games. It looks like the Central is just really bad. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to complain. The American League, though, is kind of nasty. So many 100-win teams. Let's take a look quickly. Yelich has to be MVP with numbers like that. You would assume so. So let's quickly kind of take a look at these league leaders. I see a couple of our names up there, but I don't see a lot. Let's see home runs. Yelich, that was it. That was it for home runs and RBIs. So maybe Yelich was just the star of the show this season. Let's take a look at wins. Hauser was up there. Oh man, Hauser was up there for wins, losses. A lot of what am I trying to say? A lot of pitchers with little amount of losses. There we go. If I slowed down, maybe spoke a little bit of English, that might work a little bit better. Awards wise, we got MVP and Hank Aaron Award. So there we go. Rendon, Yelich, MVP. Cy Young went to Strasburg and Sale. Reynolds and Rendon were batting title winners. No reliever of the year for the AL. I guess everybody was garbage. And then Keone Kela. Guess I should have went after him. I thought about going after him, but I thought let's save a little bit of money, see if we can spend it somewhere else. But he was reliever of the year for the Rockies. Parker Meadows and Seth Beer were rookie of the year. So here we are. Let's take a look at the bullpen. Matt Strahm, really solid arm. Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted from him. And I do want to see Corbin Burns. Did he pitch? Where is he? Did they trade him? Oh, here he is. He's up to a 76. I mean, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. Maybe he just needed another season or two in the minors to develop. Alex Claudio had a outstanding season. Love to see it. Same with Hunter Wood. So far, bullpen looking great. Even Brent Suter did really solid. Corey Knebel, the whip's a little high, which makes me think maybe we let him walk in free agency, spend the money somewhere else. Chad Green, no. Okay, maybe we need to hold on to. Oh, even Josh Hader. Like the whips, that's what worries me with them. The whips are a little high, and definitely don't want that. Brandon Woodruff really is kind of struggling with the whip. There we go. New acquisition, did well in the rotation. Same with Caleb Smith. Adrian Hauser, not as pretty similar to what he did last year, actually. Pretty happy with that. And Lindblom, actually kind of nice. Okay, Dylan Files up to a 79. So maybe go. Hold on, where'd my team go? Maybe we go. Oh, I don't even know, because I like all the starters. Does Lindblom get pushed out, or maybe move him? I don't know. I'm kind of lost. I don't really know what to do with the team, because like Dylan File is always a beast. We got to get him involved. But how do we get him involved? Looking at the team, the bench was all right. Like these two guys hit for pretty decent average, good amount of run production, home run, stuff like that. Lorenzo Cain's got 1 year left on his deal. Do we keep him? Do we let him walk? I'm afraid he might start to decrease really, really quickly. So even though he's having really good years, maybe we try to look for a new, younger outfielder. Keston had a good year, almost 800 OPS, 32 home runs. Not too sure why the potential's going down, but I'm liking the numbers I'm seeing. Yelich, outstanding season, MVP for a reason. Andujar, very comparable to what he did last year. Eric Thames, pretty good year. I'll take that. Garcia, again, pretty comparable to what he did last year. Arcia is slowly improving. The OPS at least went up. That's what I was looking for. Narvaez, outstanding. 33 home runs for a catcher. That's insane. Jose Martinez, probably a one and done player. That's what I offered him. So I feel like for that, I'm okay with that. That was a pretty good season, and that's everything. So maybe move Andujar to first, pick up a new third baseman, and see what we can do with this team. Maybe a new center fielder as well. Do we have anybody that could take that spot? Not really, so maybe we spend a little cash, because I'm pretty sure we have a little bit. Yeah, we should have a little bit. So here we go, postseason time, and game 5. It's second season. We won a World Series last year. Let's focus on year 3, year 4, see what we can do. We won anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then we take on the Phillies, and we win there too. We're back in the World Series again. Man, this team's actually kind of nasty, huh? Hauser's getting roughed up a little bit, so let's move him towards the back of the rotation and see what we can do against the Angels. And we're 1 game away again. That's back-to-back World Series. What is this team? This team's insane. It's unstoppable. Maybe I've been trying too hard to make really good teams with rebuilds, when realistically, I just got to go for like the mid-tier players that just do really well. Maybe I'm overthinking rebuilds lately. Maybe I just got to go back to the basics. So 2 for 2. Let's move forward. Let's see what we did with the awards. MVP was Yelich, and then the World Series MVP was Andujar. He hit 500. All right, off-season time. Let's keep moving forward, and I guess I said it can only go down from here, but back-to-back World Series, maybe it can only go up. Make it a four-peat. That'd be a little insane. So Garcia had a good year. I'm gonna do my my standard club option. 14 a year is quite a bit, but let's do the club option. Let's see how he does. Manny Pena, I feel like he's kind of extra. How much does he want? 5 a year. It's not bad, but we have Narvaez. I feel like bringing in a catcher for $5 million is quite a bit. I know it's not really a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like we could save the money and go somewhere else. And then I'm gonna take Thames option. I'm going to bring back Claudio because he's actually a really solid bullpen arm for us. Bump it up a little bit. And then Sogard, I'm going to let walk. Just aging player. Probably not going to hit like he used to. And I'm not sure about Corey Knebel. I'm really not. If he takes this, we can work. If not, we'll just go somewhere else. And then staff, I'm going to get new staff, and then we'll start free agency. Contracts wise, going to offer it to everybody here. And then, I mean, it's mostly minor leaguers, so it's not like I'm not showing you guys anything. And then arbitration, I offered it to everybody except for Jose Martinez and Keon Broxton. Those were the two guys I just felt like really weren't going to be part of the lineup going forward. So I really am thinking about moving Andujar to first. I feel like that's just something that makes a little bit more sense. The fielding's not that great. Yeah, he has a good arm, but maybe at first it just works a little bit better, depending on who's available at like third base and stuff like that. Like Eduardo Escobar, you know, not really sure. Michael Franco, kind of the same situation, so maybe it's just better to go for a first baseman. You know, Carlos Santana wouldn't be bad. Hits for good power, hits for good average, hit for good OPS. Freddie Freeman would be a crazy idea. Freddie Freeman would be insane, but it might just work. It might just work. And then obviously pitching, I think we're actually good on pitching. So I think just offensively, maybe add a couple more weapons and we should be fine. See you guys for season 3. All right, so here we go. And season 3, I made a couple changes in free agency, not too many though. And I'm gonna make one trade, and I'm actually gonna do that before we get into this. I'm gonna trade Brent Suter for basically whatever I can get. The bullpen's kind of busy right now. That's a good word for it. It's busy. There's a lot of players in there, and I wonder if I can like get anything. And I mean, that's really what I'm looking for. I really want Andrew Vaughn, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, he looks like he's actually gonna be a really good hitter, and like I did bring in Michael Franco, and don't get me wrong, he looks decent. You know, last year was okay, but like Cody Hose wants to be a platoon guy. I can give him that. Michael Franco wants to start. Could we, like, I can do this trade. It works, and we get Andrew Vaughn. And the reason I want Andrew Vaughn is because he actually just smashes the ball. Like, that's what he does in franchise. He becomes so good. And is it worth keeping Michael Franco, who, you know, may give us 15 home runs or so, and pay $5 million? No, let's get rid of this, because I have a feeling we're gonna need a new center fielder after this year. So let's add something else and get this deal done. Who is gonna be the guy that makes this deal happen? I feel like we got a plethora of this right here. Who's the better hitter? They're about the same when you kind of look at like the contact versus the vision and everything. So let's go. Did they both get the deal done? Yeah, let's go Tyrone Taylor. We'll keep Corey Ray, and then that'll be the deal for Andrew Vaughn. I think that's a good one. That's our new first baseman, actually. And it took a little bit longer than I anticipated to figure out that trade, but I'm okay with that. So Woodruff, Savali, Smith, Hauser, File. That's our 5. Bullpen, Lindblom's going to move to the long relief role, and then this is what we're rocking with. Strom's going to move to the middle relief. I like this. I like it. I feel like it even got stronger than what it was last year. And then Andrew Vaughn's going to come in. He's going to play first. We're going to keep Andujar at third, which is like not what I expected, but we can work with that. And then, I mean, look at that team. You know, Eric Thames on the bench as an extra bench bat, like power bat. Ooh, that's nice. I like that a lot. And then we'll move maybe Hyra to the 5 spot, maybe, or maybe Vaughn there. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think team looks good. Kane's last season, so we're gonna have some money to spend for a new center fielder. We brought back Avisail Garcia on a $14 million deal, which I think is big, but budget-wise, we're still really healthy. And when you look at free agency, Kane leaves, and then the rest of the guys are like arbitration. Besides, you know, a couple players who, you know, if they leave, I don't think it will hurt us too much. So overall, I'm really happy where the team is. Let's see how season 3 plays out. Alrighty, September time, and again, we're looking pretty solid, about to hit the 90 win mark. And with how the things have been going, I feel like that's going to be another division win. Wildcard team, that loss at the end hurt us. So it looks like maybe the Cardinals are an up-and-coming team. They're 7th in baseball. We're 11th. So maybe we do need to improve just a little bit. Maybe we got a little complacent there. But 98 wins is still a really good season. Obviously, we won the wild card by quite a bit too, like number 1 spot in the wild card. And it looks like, again, just the National League's kind of weak. It looks like Lindor is on the Cardinals. I saw that. So that could be why that they've got kind of good all of a sudden. So we'll take a quick look at some of these league leaders. Again, just pause if you ever need to see any. They have Ramon Laureano as well. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to really step up our game come next season, because it looks like they really bolstered that squad. Laureano, they have Goldschmidt, Lindor. Like, okay, Miles Michaelis popped off. All right. Yeah, definitely need to step it up and see what we can do to improve the team. So awards wise, we got Rookie of the Year, Dylan File. He usually does win it rookie season. Just pitches really well. And then Reliever of the Year, Joe Jimenez, Giovanni Gallegos, and then Dylan File was actually really good. And then Jonathan India with the Tigers now. Okay. So let's take a look at our bench, our bullpen, I should say. The whip's high, but like the ERA is in a good spot. Decent season for Josh Lindblom. Would I bring him back? Probably not. Matt Strom's still really good, you know, pretty similar to what he did last year, so I'm happy with that. Alex Claudio had his worst year so far, but I think I might bring him back. Just a really reliable lefty anyways. Hunter Wood was solid. Knable, probably going to see if I did the 2-year option. I don't think I'm going to bring him back. The ERA is high. The whip's high. Just can't work with that. Chad Green, I did bring back, and I'm happy about that. Those are numbers I like to see. And then Josh Hader, back on track. Love to see it. Overall, pretty happy with the bullpen. Brandon Woodruff, you're killing me, man. You're just not producing like I would have hoped. So we kind of need a new ace. Might be a player I trade this offseason. Aaron Savali, solid. Caleb Smith, the whip's good. The ERA is a little high, but it's still pretty solid season for him. Adrian Hauser, solid year as well. And then Dylan File. Those are Cy Young numbers. Yeah, the strikeouts are super low, but low ERA. Really good whip. Like, that's a good year. That's outstanding for Dylan File. Really happy with the team. Could Dan Hernandez be a 5 next year? I don't think so. But who knows? We might be able to do something with that. Looking at the team, the bench, Corey Ray, maybe it was the right selection. Maybe we let him start next year. He got quite a few games, quite a few at-bats. Maybe he's a center fielder for us. Save that money and just use it to get something else in maybe like a good starting pitcher. Maybe that's the move. Lorenzo Cain in his final season actually had, what, a career year? That's a good season there. Avisel Garcia, Brad, glad we brought him back. 27 home runs, almost 80 RBIs, 885 OPS. Christian Yelich, a little bit of a down year, but I say that he still hit 33 home runs, 43 doubles, and a 900 OPS. So like his down year is still insane compared to most players. Eric Thames fell off a bit for sure, but very limited appearances. Miguel Andujar, quiet season for him. Okay. Keston had a really good year. Love to see it. Omar Narvaez is still putting up 30 plus home runs as a catcher. Gotta love that. Did his potential go down too? Why? I don't understand that. Don't understand that one out. Andrew Vaughn's potential went down too. What is going on with the team? Why? Arcia, okay. It's improving. That's what I like to see. And then Cody Hose. Maybe we get him involved somehow. Or maybe not. I don't. Man, this is tough because we really need a new center fielder. Even though I said like Corey Ray looks decent, I still think we kind of need something else. So we'll figure it out this offseason. We have a one and done versus the Nationals. Let's see how it goes. The wild card game. Obviously, do we go Dylan File? I guess we go Woodruff and hope he does well, even though he's been kind of iffy. You know, we'll have to wait and see. So Trey Turner, Robles, Soto, Jose Abreu's new, Hunter Dozier. Okay, a couple new names. Puig has made the list as well. Got out of that tricky situation, which is good to see. And pretty quiet game so far. No runs scored through 4. And can we do anything? You know, hits are limited as well. Oh man, this is talk about a pitcher's duel. Okay. Bases loaded. Glad I caught that. We have no outs though. We're in a tricky spot. Let's go Knable. Sack fly. Okay. Only 1 run scored. So kept Woodruff in. Probably 2 batters too many. But at least we only got out of that with limited damage. Eric Thames comes in with the pinch hit home run, so it doesn't even matter. He gets us back into the game, and now we're threatening. Can Andujar deliver? He does. Oh, there we go. I'm coming in with the close. Josh Hader, shut the door, please. There we go. We're taking on the Dodgers, which I feel like that's a good matchup for us. We've been pretty good against the Dodgers so far. And is Woodruff going to pitch, or is it going to be Savali? Let's take a look. It is going to be Savali. All right, cool. Let's move Woodruff here. And then even though Dylan Fowler was outstanding, I think I'm going to hold off on using him just yet. But okay, we're 0-2. That's not great. Oh, Dylan File elimination game, and we win it. We're back on top against the Phillies. Here we go. Loss, win, win, win. We're in the World Series for the 3rd straight season. Are you insane? Who's pitching? Dylan File got rocked up a little bit. So we got Caleb Smith up. Let's go like this. Dylan File has been a little roughed up a bit, but let's see. And we get eliminated, but that's okay. 3 straight World Series appearances, 2 wins. I'm okay losing that and not like actually simming it. We have an award. I'm assuming playoff MVP. Christian Yelich. Carlos Santana. Look at that. Comes back to haunt us. Maybe we should have signed him in free agency. But let's move forward. Let's see who else we can add to the team to make it better. Exclusive negotiations. I'm going to pick up this option. I'm going to decline this one. Chad Green. What does Chad Green want? What about like I can't make him the closer though. That's the problem. So I'm going to have to bump it up to like 7 and hope he does well. Arcia. That's a lot of money for a guy who's not really producing at the plate. So I might hold off and see if we get like a really good hitting shortstop. I'm going to pick up that option. Matt Strahm has been really good for us, and I think he might take over for Lindblom, but I'm only going to do a 1-year, $6 million option. And then Narvaez, let's go like that. Club option, $9 million over 2 years, and then Eric Thames I'm going to let walk. So that's all the moves there. I'll do staff in a second, and let's talk about arbitration and contracts. So arbitration, yeah, I feel like everybody, maybe not Lindblom, might let Lindblom walk, but I'll bring back everybody else. And then contracts, I'm going to give it to everybody and see what we can do, because we definitely need a center fielder. Who was this? This was the DH spot, and this is shortstop. Center field and shortstop, which didn't expect that. And then Chad Green didn't take our offer. So center field, shortstop. Might need to make a trade. Or just let Urias rock that spot, and then maybe bring in Ketel Marte. Maybe Byron Buxton. Byron Buxton might be the move. I think we figured it out. Byron Buxton might be the move. Maybe even Joey Gallo in center. Crazy, but maybe Joey Gallo in center. We'll figure something out. See you guys for the final season. We're going to trade for some bullpen help, and then we're going to try to find a really good shortstop to help out with the team. Bowden Francis and Jones Gel Segovia. Sure. For Trevor Hildenberger. That's the trade we're going to do. I'm going to find a shortstop now. Mario Sanchez and Luis Urias are going to get us Jorge Polanco. Like, he hit 300 last 2 seasons. Let's bring him into the team. We need someone that can hit us home runs, get us some runs, just get on base. That's what we need. So this is the team. We do have that last bullpen arm, Hildenberger, and then everything else is kind of the same. This is what we're working with. Starting rotation's been really, really good for us. I'm going to stick it out with Woodruff. I just might as well, right? Like, I feel like that's just a smart option to do. And then when you look at the team, I like it. Cody Hose is kind of rotating in and out of the lineup. I don't know why we have a 42 in our lineup. That's another interesting thing that I see there. So we'll send him somewhere. We're gonna send him to Class A, and then I guess we'll sign somebody from free agency depending on what we need. But this is the lineup. It looks like we need a middle infielder, so I'll go sign a middle infielder from free agency. This is the team. Budget-wise, we are a little tight. You guys can see that we did kind of spend kind of heavy on the bullpen arms, but like Chad Green, you could probably trade, get rid of that. Avisel Garcia, I'd probably let walk. You know, Polanco, I'd try to bring back at least another 2-3 years. Matt Strahm, up to you what you would do. Same with Caleb Smith. Claudio, same thing. Canely, maybe let walk. Hader, Andujar, I would bring back. He's just too good to like not have on the team. I definitely think you could work around some of the budget like constraints that you have. I definitely think you can figure something out there. So it is under $1 million, but I still feel like it's a pretty comfortable area. So let's just sign someone from free agency really quick. Who would be an okay bat to have on the squad? No one really, to be honest. Sure, Miguel Rojas. Yeah, join the team for a season. There you go. Happy birthday. You get to join the team. Come, just join the team, man. Oh my. Okay, that's too much. Like, come on. This is gonna be the same with D. Gordon. Oh my. Really? Whatever. There it is. That's the team. See you guys for the final season. Alrighty, final September, things are looking unbelievable. 100-win season, it's looking like it's gonna happen. Looks like we got that in the bag. I'm looking in the top left corner. I'm seeing pitchers doing unbelievable. Dylan File struggling a bit, but from what I'm seeing, everybody else is looking great. All right, so we went on a little bit of a losing streak towards the end. You guys can see last 2 weeks, a little rough. 11-14 for that game. That game was insane. Let's take a look at the standings. 106-56. We're the 6th ranked team in baseball, and we tied with the Twins for the best record in baseball. So I mean, things are looking pretty solid for us. So I have a feeling because this was our best year, we're gonna get knocked out first round of the postseason. But to say 3 straight World Series appearances, possibly a 4th, this might be the most productive, like the most successful rebuild throughout this entire year, because unbelievable what we were able to do with this team. And I think it wasn't even like the best team that we assembled. So awards wise, we got delivery man of the year, Soto and Jordan is just the cheat code. Like, that's just gross what he just put up. Walker Buehler and Chris Sale, Cy Young. Jordan and Juan Soto were the batting title winners. Hader and Stanek were reliever of the year, and they got Wander Franco and Mackenzie Gore. Okay, let's take a look at the pitching rotation, see how everything's looking. Matt Strahm, I'm glad we gave him that contract. Really solid pitcher. Alex Claudio, glad we brought him back. We needed that extra lefty in the bullpen. Boom, lights out. Whip's low though. Even though Hunter Wood got roughed up a little bit, the ERA is a little high. Whip's low. I'll take that. Tommy Kahnle, like I said, probably let him walk after this year. Trevor Hildenberger was a phenomenal pickup. And then Chad Green roughed up a little bit, which is disappointing to see. Josh Hader, lights out. Love it. So there we go. Brandon Woodruff, there we go. Maybe we just had to wait till he's 30 years old to show that he's actually an ace in the rotation. We got Aaron Savali pitched solid. Same with Caleb Smith. Adrian Hauser was lights out throughout this entire thing. I'm really happy with the way he pitched. And Dylan File. The whip's at 1.29 though, so even though the ERA is a little high, it's nothing to worry about. We have this Dan Hernandez guy who definitely could feature at some point in this team if we were to continue it. He looks decent. So let's take a look at the lineup, see how things went. I did forget to mention that I brought in Jose Martinez for a season. Doesn't look like it really mattered. D. Gordon wasn't bad off the bench, 276 average. Ben Gamble looks like the main guy to use off the bench though. Really productive year in limited appearances. And then Corey Ray wasn't as good as he was last year, but didn't get as many at-bats, so it's kind of tough to mention that. I did forget to also mention, we brought up the Rafael Moya, the right fielder that we drafted in Season 1, and how did he not win Rookie of the Year with numbers like that? We'll look at that in a second, though. Jorge Polanco in the leadoff spot may have not put up the same amount of RBIs, but the home runs are there, the doubles are there. He got on base at a really high level. Love it. That was a good leadoff guy for us. Avisail Garcia looks like he's cooling off. I would let him walk in free agency. It's not worth paying him that kind of money for numbers like that. Christian Yelich back to MVP status right there. I know he didn't win it, but really good numbers. Keston Hiura, almost 40 home runs, 109 RBIs. Love to see that. You got Miguel Andujar, who's hitting 34 home runs, 44 doubles, 133 RBIs. Outstanding. Andrew Vaughn, there we go. That's what I was looking for when I traded for him, and he delivered. Omar Narvaez is still a crazy good hitting catcher, almost 1,000 OPS, 320 average. Cody Hose, limited appearances, but productive in those at-bats. And then Rafael Moya, rookie season, 33 doubles, 18 home runs, 25 stolen bases, 903 OPS, and a 303 average as our starting center fielder. Look at those attributes now. He's looking like he's that starting center fielder that we needed, and that's why I didn't go out and trade for one or sign one, because I remembered we had this guy in free agent, or not in free agency, in the farm system, and I wanted to give him a shot, and it paid out. So it looks like center field's locked up for the foreseeable future. Yeah, he doesn't have the arm, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Lorenzo Cain. Good contact, a little bit of pop, good fielding and speed. That's kind of like a Lorenzo Cain clone right there. Like, you lose Cain, but you bring in this guy. I think that's a good trade-off. So really happy with the team. Let's see how we finish off this rebuild. And like I mentioned, it's probably a first round knockout. We have the best season so far, and we're about to get knocked out. That's just the way things work. That's just the way it works with me. Unless we pop off this game, which it looks like we might. We had bases loaded for like 90% of that inning. It's 3-0, and I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. Looking at, okay, let's keep adding on. They have Victor Reyes for the Padres, Soler, Naquin, so some new names for sure. Even Kevin Kramer's a new one there. And it looks like Paddock's going to be done after 4. They brought in Adrian Morejon, and we're still up 4-0. So we took advantage early, and we kind of went with it. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm going to see where see where our pitcher is energy-wise next inning, but Hauser's pitching well. We're doing... I'm going to take him out. I'm going to be safe here. We're going to go a couple lefties coming up. Let's go Strom. He gets us out of it. And to be honest, let's not use our closer. And let's see if we can shut the door here. We do. 7-0. We're still alive. All right, final game here. And... oh, I guess I shouldn't say final game, but final game of the series. And I'm going to go with Woodruff and see what we can do here. Victor Reyes gets on. I think I said, did I say Victor Reyes? I don't know what I said for who was in center field for them, but it is Victor Reyes. And so far, we're in a spot to score. Couldn't score though. All right, 0-0. Can we get this run? We got to get the run. Come on, where is it? There it is. Andrew Vaughn scores. Oh man, but we couldn't take advantage of it right there. That's disappointing. And 1-1 game. That's tough. I'm gonna take out Woodruff. I'm gonna be safe. We need runners. That's really what we need. Ben Gamble couldn't get on though. We do get the run. Andrew Vaughn scores. Then Christian Yelich brings in another one. 3-1. We're gonna bring in the pitching change. We're gonna go Chad Green. Hopefully he goes 1-2-3. He doesn't go 1-2-3, but at least we got out of it. And we're gonna pinch hit. We're gonna go Corey Ray. He gets out, and now it's time to close the door with Josh Hader. Boom. Still alive. We're taking on the Dodgers, and again, that's a good matchup for us. I feel like that's been like our bread and butter so far. Like we've taken them on every single season, and we've won. So I'm gonna move everybody up a spot, and then move Woodruff down to the 3 spot. Let's see what we can do. So loss. Are we really gonna get swept here? That ends it. I knew it was gonna happen. Like we had too good of a team for it to be it was too good to be true. That's essentially what happened, and that's how it's gonna end. I didn't want to drag it out. I didn't want to keep quick managing. We were down 0-3, and it's disappointing to see that happen. But I have a feeling, certain things just didn't go our way hitting wise. It looks like a lot of people went quiet. Yeah, I mean, we're hitting a lot of guys under 240, which is not good to see. Not good to see. But I'm pretty excited about how this guy turned out. This guy was unbelievable, and that's how we're gonna end it. I feel like we built a team here. 3 straight World Series appearances, and then the 4th season in the NLCS. That's a solid team. And to think our best year was the year we didn't make the World Series. Unbelievable team we created here, and I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, thumbs up down below. Remember, guys, 1,000 likes, and we continue this train of daily rebuild uploads with MLB teams. Remember to get involved. Go back to that poll that was at the beginning of the video, and make sure that you do vote. And that's really about it, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new and enjoy MLB content. And in the comment section down below, I want you to tell me your favorite rebuild that we've done so far, and why did you enjoy it? Get in the comment section, let me know down below, and I'm gonna leave 2 videos for you guys to check out. So if you haven't seen either of those, they might be your new favorite rebuild. Go and check them out. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.